Renee's payment just came through, so the payments are showing up on my iPad is coming through, but the Cash App payment is $, the Feisty Butterfly, THE Feisty Butterfly. We're going into Anne Marie's on the Golden Wheel. Allison Marie. I don't know why I keep calling you Anne. Allison Marie. You know, I'm getting 2 lines going on, and I've got this in 2 decks, and we're going to go with the 2 lines. We're going with the Archer's Bow right here, coming through a trajectory read. We're going to see what's going on. Allison Marie. Wow, that one comes in a little bit crossed. Okay, I'm going to flip this down so you can see what's going on. Hopefully you'll be able to see. And I'm flipping down my iPad and recording on that too. So we'll see what's going on there. This is what you're actually conscious of. This is something that's like the headline, and what's here is subconscious. I want 3 on each of these. We'll see what's going on there. And I only have 2 of this deck, so we'll see what's happening. Wow, coming in here, coming in here, coming in here. There is something that you've got a second chance about. Some kind of, this is hope, healing, second chances, resurrection, restoration. All of this coming forward, coming forward, coming forward. And the call is loud, loud, loud. It's usually Gabriel playing his horn. It is a loud, loud call coming up for you. Huge, huge, huge. Not sure what this is about. The 6 of Wheels. This is like 6 of Coins. The universe is trying to give you a gift. It's trying to get you to answer the call to honor your gift. This is the conscious thoughts. Oh, Page of Wands. The message is here. Strong, strong, strong. And look, this is why I read in duplicate. This is why I do it this way. This is where you are now. You're going towards something a little bit different. The steps you're taking, the things that you're moving forward, there is something huge, huge, huge coming in. A big announcement for you, a big message coming in on how you're supposed to be using your gift to move forward. This is huge, huge, huge. This is something you know. This is like, you know what's going on with this, hun. You definitely know. I'm looking at my iPad right here telling you know. You know. You know what's going on with this. You know what gift this is you're supposed to be honoring, and you can't get out of it. This was just really interesting. It feels like part of you would rather procrastinate and try and get out of it. Subconsciously, let's see what's going on. Subconsciously, you have a little bit of the nostalgia going on, wanting for it to be easier. The devil wants it to be easier. And then this limited thinking. You will do a self-sabotage on yourself or procrastinate, put something off when you don't need to. So knock it off. Don't do it. This is like really subconsciously. You would rather have it be easier or like it was before. But how it was before is not how it is now for you. And girl, time to put on the big girl panties and actually do what needs done. 5 of Swords. You've made your point about something. Now it's time to get off the battlefield. You don't have to add insult to injury on this. It is time for you to move forward, move forward, move forward. Something important for you to know is that the swords are representing knowledge and truths, and it feels like knowledge is coming through a little heavier. It's not just a skill set, but it's a knowledge about the belief system that you need to, I'm getting the word excoriate, like literally cut out of your system and add and bring in and draw in what is the new belief system that you want to honor. The truer thing, even if it makes you scared or fearful to move forward, the truer thing is what you're meant to be doing, and it's going to carry you forward. Strength card is here. This is following the gentle nudge. When the nudge comes, you follow it. Huge important for you. Huge important for you. You cannot force this. You can't do the square peg round hole thing. That just doesn't work. When you feel like you are in state of flow, you are moving forward in a way that is meant to be going. It's not that ease is easy, but to feel ease as you go about your day. To feel this sense of ease, and you don't feel disgruntled or misaligned or fear or panic. You feel strong. You feel like you're on the right path. You feel like you're doing what you're intended to do. All of that is signs of the gentle nudge, and you need to be aware of that and looking for that. There's going to be a little bit of topsy-turvy going on. You need to balance things. This is the coins, and this is when your core strength is tested. Both of these have to do with flow, have to do with balance, bring it back, strengthen, bring it back. Sometimes people think this is robbing Peter to pay Paul. Sometimes people think this is, do I pay for gas or groceries? But what it is balancing out your resources and working with them in a way that suits you well. The moon. Now, this is very interesting. It feels like for the next month, and I am getting a timestamp on this. When I get timestamps coming through, they don't always come through, but if I'm getting a sense of time, I let you know. This is what I'm getting based on the energy of the day. This feels like the next month for you is going to be a lot of this. A lot of this is tested, tested, tested. You don't have to prove a thing. You have to move forward in the way that proves to yourself, not to anybody else, that you can honor and follow the nudge. This is going to be huge for you. The Four of Wands is leading you to ultimate happiness, synchronicity, a threshold, a crossing moment, a time where you move through, where you open the next door. You know, the whole cliche saying of, you know, when God closes a door, he opens a window, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. This is actually the threshold where you're ready to cross through. Now, what do I got on that? Because that's coming in strong. Just one second. We're going to talk to Lucy on this one. Lucy's one of my guys. What does she need to know about this threshold card, Lucy? She's showing me pillars that are, the pillars that are engraved here. Are these engraved? These pillars that are coming through, she's showing me golden lettering, engraving like golden lettering, carving out your own message, your own soul's message. Is that? I'm carving out your own soul's message, and your own soul's history is coming through. It is like golden letters. Look for the golden letters. You'll see it on banners. You'll see it on things around in society, in culture. You'll see it on banners. Look for the golden letters. This is the golden message. Also, it's not in the fortune cookie. That's what it's getting. What in the hell? She's showing me you're opening, like looking for the fortune cookie. You open it up and it's like, also, it's not in the fortune cookie. The fortune is in you all along. Yeah. It's like, and so it is. Student and teacher are coming in, and so it is, and so it is. The song, the blower's daughter is coming through, and so it is. It seems life goes easy on you. Something like that is what's coming through. She's saying it's etched in there. You etch it in gold. You etch your beliefs in gold, and it acts as a key to get you through this portal. It's like if once you start etching or reading your own belief system on gold in one of these posts, that they all four, it's like you activate something within. And so it is. Da, 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 da. Yeah, as soon as you're writing that. Yeah, she's showing me. She's writing it, and it's like it's etched in, but she's also bringing out a paintbrush. I've never seen Lucy operate in this way. She's sweeping her hair back and brushing the strokes in as if it's calligraphy. This belief that's written so deeply on your heart. This is something that is huge for you going forward. This is when it comes forward. The Magician comes through. The Empress comes through after that. That is huge. The Magician shows that you have the power to do it all along. You've always had the power to do it all along. The Empress comes through saying that you'll be receptive, very open to things, and able to carry the thing as it needs to be carried to the full. Carried to the full. What else does she need to know? Oh! Carried to the full. Right here. Carrying it forward, carrying it forward. This is carrying it forward in the quest for the Grail. And this is just meant to remind you of the work that it is to engrave this, to bring this message forward. Whatever it is you want to have, be the belief of your heart and carry you forward. And so it is. Believe it to be, and it is. It becomes, and it comes forth out of you. This is where you do it. This is where you make another step going forward. This one, even though it's of second chances, it's about your own judgment, your own discernment, your own reclaiming of self and of soul. That's what's coming through strongly. Anything else? It's going to be work to do. This has to go. This is the anxiety and stress, and has to go. So you are shifting from something that feels like this into something that feels like this. How do you want to apply your energy and resources? That's a huge thing for you. Anything else? It's like in there. It's in your soul's blueprint, ready to go. This is your time to move forward, to move forward. This is something that you can't get around doing. This is the choice of the heart's desire and the path of the heart's desire that you have to follow. This shit has to be let down. Set down fear. Set down that anything that doesn't go with your intuitive nudge. Set it down. Make your voice heard. Let your message carry in the wind. Let your song carry strongly on the wind that people can hear the words you speak, the words you etch on your heart, and the words you tell others. The service that you do to others, it heals yourself and them at the same time. It's really beautiful energy. It's like, yes. So I'm thinking, is this it? I'm looking over to Lucy saying, is this it? This is it. It's like when there is a perfume or an essence or a scent that is strong in the air. It's not just you that inhale it. Those around you also inhale it. They feel the vibe. It radiates out like an essence, like a perfume. The essence of you is what's being called forward, and it's time to do the work to bring it forward. That's what I've got for you. It's really gorgeous energy. Don't forget that you are the magician. Be receptive to what needs to be coming forward and use the gifts that you have. You've got a lot of major arcana in here. There won't be a way of holding this back. So if you want to play, I'm scared, I'm afraid, I'm chicken of doing something, the universe just isn't having it. The universe is just saying, step up, buttercup. That's what it's saying. That's what I got for you. That feels very complete. Holy cow. Sorry that feels a little bit bossy, but that's what that feels like. Yeah, and so it is. Yeah. It's not even anything that you can outrun or avoid or anything like that. The universe is not having it. The time has come. The season has come. Yeah, that's what I got. All right, Renee, for the year ahead. Let me get a drink of water and we'll take a look at Renee's. 1 second. Renee, we're going into the wild reflections for you. So we're going to take a look. Now, this one I have, this is the Wild Reflections, and I have 3 of these, but we're going for the year ahead. We'll see what's happening here. Okay, I'm wanting to start with these. I took the gilding off the top and bottom of these. For Renee, for the year ahead, let's see what's going on. There's something, I'm getting the image of a horse with this trot that's going, and then taking a break. What's going on with that? Why am I getting all this equestrian shit? Why am I getting a horse? I don't know why I'm getting this. We'll see what the read wants to bring forward. Okay, I'm going to push this down so you can see what's going on. Renee, the year ahead. Let's see what's going on. Wow, loving this, loving this. Oh, it's going to be work. But love it, love it, love it. Okay, Sun card's here. This is the happiest card in the deck. I love this, love this. This is where you are. Opening up to something new, understanding something new. All of this knowledge coming through. It is work, it is work. You've got to set the burden down. You're close to your own home. You completed a task so well. The challenge is to let that be complete. I want one more out of here for you. Okay, all right. Hang on. The star. Oh my gosh. Wow. Okay. The sun and the star. This is huge. Let the burden down. Let your dream live again. This is huge for you. Huge, huge, huge. I just can't say it anymore plainly. This is huge, huge in Major Arcana land. Huge stuff going on here. All right. Now we're going to go through the smaller deck and go all the way around. We need another shuffle on that. And one more. Wow, there's something about when a horse is trotting or has a cadence in its steps. I'm hearing like clip, clop, clip, clop, clip, clop. I know that sounds really cheesy, but that's what I'm hearing. It feels like the horse's steps are important and they're establishing some sort of rhythm, and I don't know what it's about. Okay, we're going to move this third here if we need to clarify. It's really steadied. It feels like you're not traveling as fast as you want to, but you are making progress, and you're making faster progress than you think. January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September. Whoa. We've got October, November, December here. Is that what we've got? Yes, that's what we've got. October, November, December. Okay. So hopefully you can see what's going on there. All right. Let's see if that will work. Hopefully you got it. Okay. So January, We have the Nine of Cups. It feels like your wishes come true. Everything you would want to choose from. There's a sense of satisfaction and completion that has happened, and it's huge for you. Everything that you've wanted to do and wanted to do thus far, if you look on the more large scale of your life, you realize how far you've come and what you've achieved. This is, you've come a long way, baby, coming up here. But you're going to need to get out and do something a little bit different. This is huge. The Nine of Cups is there, but in February, you're getting answer the call, answer the call. Judgment card is coming up saying hello. It's like, you know, when you dodge a phone call or you're screening your calls and you don't want the call because you know you might have to be asked to do something from someone. This is what it feels like is coming up. The call is coming and it's coming in February. You're getting the phone ringing, ringing, ringing in the background. You might even be hearing ringing. Yeah, you're clear. Yeah. You're going to get ringing in the ears. You're going to get your clairaudience coming on a little bit stronger. Ringing, ringing, ring. I don't know what that is about. Yeah, we're getting the ring, ring, ring. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. There may be a song that's like ring, ring. Kim, there's a song ring, ring, ring. Da 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 da. That's not the tune. Ring, ring, ring. I don't know what that is. You're going to have to look that up. This is coming up in February. I want to see what else is going on for Judgment. New identity stuff coming through on February. Huge, huge, huge. This is something you know about yourself. Wow, wow, wow. Okay. You are not the poor little match girl, and don't ever assume yourself to be. I would give you a stinger pop to the head if I could. When you go into poor little match girl, if you are taking time to be separate from what it is that is confining tradition, there's a reason and a purpose for it. And it's because you carry this, the Archer's bow and truth. Your truth you see as solidly and clearly as possible. You're hearing it. You're hearing it. This is your higher self calling you to let your true identity come forward, your authentic identity come forward. New identity, no more falseness, no more masks that are false, no more playing by somebody else's facade and rules and game. This does not work for you. Like, okay, for you specifically, when you're hearing the call, when you're hearing the call, you can't avoid. You have to show whatever it is as your true colors coming forward in a very strong way. It's not that you'll be penalized if you don't, but you just can do no other. You just don't have time. If people think it's ruthless or people think it's harsh, for you to be so truthfully and authentically yourself, tough for them. They aren't the people you should be around. You are meant to be as authentically yourself as possible and carry this forward in the year in a way that sets an example that helps blaze the trail, that lights the path. Really, really forging forward and going ahead with truth. Huge going on. The Fool's coming up in March. This is the new start of something. New adventure, new start. It's like you January struggle. In February, you gather your wits about you, and it takes a little bit of doing to kind of recompose yourself, I guess is what I would say. To bring yourself back to yourself. Yes, this is the choice. March, you go on the Fool's journaling. April, Two of Swords. Now look at this. She is really, really ready. Her target is really within her sights, and it's not going to be hard for her to choose. She's really can do this. These are great cards to see together. Really, really beautiful and brilliant. You'll know. Intuitively, you'll know. You don't have to think. You have to feel the target. You have to feel the path. Trust your feet know the way. Trust your heart knows the way. Six of Pentacles. This is coming in. We've got January, February, March, April, May right here. The universe wants to give you something. And then in June, you're getting the map. I want to see what's going on the bigger scale. May and June particular. Why are you getting a new understanding of the land? Because you've completed something by June. It feels like May is when you're completing it. You've set the Fool's journey out, but there's a completion of a stage, completion of a period of time. You're going to be going through multiple chapters of what's supposed to be going on. By the end of the year, it's going to look completely different. You know, when you have books, they used to be set. You have chapters going through the books, but they'll have a section 1, a section 2, a section 3, as all of them. And they aren't chapters. They're whole sections. It feels like you're going through whole sections. So this is when you're getting a new section of the map, or you're into part 2 of the 3 parts of the story this year. That's what's going on here. The Knight of Pentacles has the map, but the world says you're done with part 1. Whatever this is, Fool's journey, you're end with the part 1. The gauntlet is thrown down. You're ready to go forward. It's open and ready to go and ready to go. It's unfolding, moving forward, pushing forward. New challenge arrives. New challenge arrives going on in here. What's going on with that? The map that we're seeing here, it's not as complete as you'd like it to be, but it is enough information to move you forward for the next 4 months. I don't know what that's about. So we've got June, July, August, September, October. It's enough to move you through. August is going to be pretty pivotal. So July, 8 of Pentacles, work, 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 work. The beauty of the work, the beauty of what comes second nature to you is coming through very strongly in July. In August, this is where it was kind of challenging and tricky. We're going to go back down. Okay, so in August, what we're seeing is the Knight of Cups, the 5 of Swords, and the 6 of Swords. Ugh, not loving that. Not loving that. Very difficult. The Knight of Cups. This is a beautiful, beautiful one. The Knight of Cups is trying to quest for something, usually questing for the Grail, but the planning has been for naught. He needs to rethink the strategy. Definitely rethink the strategy here. The 5 of Swords is telling you get off the battlefield, and the 6 of Swords is saying go towards the peaceful waters. It feels like there's a disruption. I want to see what's going on here. August. July, you've worked and worked and worked, but there's something you will be letting go of, or a place you'll be letting go of. And again, you have the bow here, as clear as can be. There is something that your heart wants to go to and toward that is the deeper, truer desire. This is going to be truer than anything. And it's not necessarily just a romance. This one shows it in the romantic form. Usually there's an angel protecting around here. And the person is choosing whether they choose love as a romantic concept or love of their heart's desire. And this is you having to choose what is your heart's desire. Letting go of some of the romantic ideals. Letting go of some of the acquiescence. Yes? Yes. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. This is you stepping into this time where you understand and own your own magic again. Really having that come through strongly. Knowing your power. Now, in September, we're seeing the Queen of Coins come in. This is the one that's closest to the Empress. She knows her value. She knows her worth, and she's super grounded. Knowing your power, you're going to have made a choice. August, my friend, is going to be a little bit tricky for you. August, there will be a choice of how do you evaluate, how do you prioritize relationship versus purpose. And they are going to feel at odds with each other. And I don't know why, and I don't know what, and I don't even know if they are, but that's how they will feel. Now, September hits. September, you're going to know your value, know your worth, and they won't feel at odds. You will have figured out whatever it is that needs to balance that out. That's what's happening in September. October, the King of Swords. King of Swords makes a new plan. The King of Swords really is the master at chess, not the Knight of Cups, not these romantic notions. King of Swords is the master of chess. King of Swords is a strategic motherfucker. He knows what's going on, knows how to plan. He's thinking 3 steps ahead. This is very Aquarian energy coming through here in the masculine form. You're going to put up a structure. You're going to have rules and a structure put up. This is coming through with hints of the Emperor. This is what's going on. October, you need to have your own Emperor energy, not Empress, Emperor. What is the structure that will serve you best? Because you're creating a new plan to move forward. This is October. November, 2 of Wands coming in. Gorgeous, gorgeous energy here. Hopefully you can see that. This is where she's usually comparing, is there life out there? What's going on beyond the horizon? What am I seeing in my hand? The world is in my hand. And this is very much, the world is your oyster is something you can think of also, but it doesn't mean you're going to have oysters all the time. You've got to think how you want to move this through. How do you want to feel about this going forward? You need some time on the parapet. What am I getting here? There is time on the parapet that needs to be spent. I don't need the cards for this. The parapet, the high castle wall where she's got the one wand bolted to the wall and the other in her hand. Time on the parapet. There's something you need to see and reevaluate. And there's something that it will come that is worthy of the reexamination, worthy of seeing again, worthy of understanding the grit, the adversity, the disruption that has been there. Is going to feel like it is actually producing something that is more aligned with what you've needed all along. The sun on the world coming through here. This gorgeous. Look. See this fireball in the sky with all this light, and then see the world here. Big, big, big. You're seeing it here. This is huge for you. This is when you come into agreement with your soul's purpose and with your partner and with harmony and with romance and with other. 2 of Cups is coming through strongly, strongly here. This is a gorgeous one. I hope you can see that really good. Gorgeous, gorgeous 2 of Cups energy. This is when there's equal offerings made. This is when this Lover's Magician card, this is what's going through. This is the part 2 and heading into part 3, like I said before. This is coming through. You've got the Sun as your main card, and then you've got the Star and hopes and dreams and a second chance and healing. There is a period where it's hard to get off to a good start at the beginning of the year. The momentum kicks in. The momentum kicks in. Takes a little bit of time, but this is why being true to yourself is so huge, huge here. This is the card that you need to remember. Really, really, whatever it is that you target, you have like a golden archer's bow in your hand, and this is a real understanding, knowledge, and alignment with truth that is carrying you forward all year. That's what I've got. That's complete. Holy smokes, that was huge. That was absolutely huge. I love that for you. I think it's beautiful. I would pursue whatever it is that is your heart's desire to pursue. Whatever, and later on, the whoever and whatever, they might be a little bit conflicting, and then keep pursuing whatever feels true to you. Not to relationship or overly romantic ideals, but what feels true to you is going to pay off in the end. It's why we saw the 2 of Cups in December. All right, that's complete. Holy smokes, that was amazing. All right, let me put these over here, and we will keep going with the reads, and let me get some water. That means good morning, Tess. Hi, hi, hi. Yeah, Renee, I'm seeing a person that comes in August. I'm seeing some kind of person that happens in August and then also in December. So it might be that, this might be a vulgar way to put it, but I'm putting it. It might be that you're test driving cars, all right? It might be that you're in relationship or playing the field a little bit more in August, and by December, you're knowing what feels really like a good fit. You know, when you test drive a car and you get your seat, you get your butt in the seat, you're driving the car, it has to fit, it has to feel right. And it feels like that there's a little bit of that aspect. So when we're dating, when we're playing the field, sometimes we tend to lock in a little too quickly. Be choosy, be selective, but it feels like in August particularly, there's going to be challenge with that. It feels like somebody is coming in, and they may come in a little bit sooner than that, but just understand you don't have to be, they don't have to drag you down the aisle real quick all at once. You have to have somebody that feels like a good fit to you. All right, that's what I'm getting. That makes sense? Yeah, good, 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 good. Okay, all right, Kim, who is next? Is it Rob that's next? You're welcome, honey. You are so welcome. Oh, it's warm in here. It's just my house is warm today. Rob, where are we going for Rob? Rob, we're going to Strange World for you for a full. Okay, let's see what's going on. This is one of my favorite little decks, and I didn't think I would like it so well, and then I ordered it, and then I had to order a few more because, of course, I liked it. But it's Strange World, and the cards are bizarre. They're really good. And not to be confused with Weird World. This is Strange World, and you can kind of see the art style here. And this is the Weird World, which is very much more glossy, magazine-y. Strange World. That's where we're going. All right. So Rob for a full. And Rob, do you have a question on yours? Let's just see. Just looking. For full spiritual general. Let's see what's going on. Okay. All right. Oh, I do have the Stranger Things deck. Very interesting. I'm getting a reference to the Stranger Things, and I was getting, he's going in the upside down and then back again, and like Stranger Things, the show. I don't know if you've seen that TV show, but you're going in the upside down and back again. You're going both worlds this year in a very unusual way. You're traversing both worlds in the way, almost like an untethered Persephone, if that makes any sense to you. You don't have to stay in the hell to learn the spiritual lesson, but you'll go down, check your shadow, check what's going on, and come back up. Let's see what's going on. Okay, I want a book for you. So we're doing the book. The book is one of my spreads that I love to do. Let's see what's going on. For Rob. Now we're going to go with the second deck over here. This is like one page of the book. I'm going to flip this so you can see. And then we'll go to the other page of the book over here. And then we'll go with a binder down the middle and hit the highlights on this. What's going on? Spiritual stuff for Rob going on this year. What does he need to know? Who? Oh, cute little Rob. So cute, so sweet. Okay. Now let's go with the binder down the middle. Now, if you can see, hopefully, let me get this a little bit looser. 1 second. This little thing is not going as freely as I thought it would. But I want you to be able to see this layout because it's very cool. Okay. So see over here, a whole nother page of the book. I'm going to scooch this over. Scooch this over. This is what I'm talking about. So we've got 9 here, 9 here. We're going to go to 3 down the middle, 3 up top on each of these and see what's going on. The binder and the clarifiers. Okay, this is the card that had me saying, sweet little Rob. This is going forward, and this is the near future. This is kind of the now, what's happening now. And this is going forward to near future. So I'm going to switch you to this one for now. This is like what's happened recently. There's a completion of something. There's a completion for the King of Pentacles. The grand supporter is what I'm getting here. Now, this is the lead card on the other side. So if you look to the other side here, you see it as lead card. So it's interesting to see the repeats. You need to pay attention to those in my readings. But here, the completion of the grand supporter, the role you've played in being a very strong supporter of something, of being the Prince Charming in some way is huge. But now you need to seek something that is more peaceful for yourself. There is something that comes through as if it is a drama that you cannot resolve, a drama that is for someone else to resolve. It's like you could give them all the wisdom in the world, but you cannot resolve it. You need to go for the peaceful waters. Definitely, definitely, definitely. That needs to happen. The work that you've had here, the time you've put in will be rewarded. This is huge. This is a highlight. Go for the peaceful waters. The work is rewarded and done. And then here, huge, huge, huge victory coming in. 6 of Wands, huge victory for the young boy. The boy in your heart needs more honoring. The responsibility and the almost hyper responsibility that you've had for another has been supportive and beyond. And it feels like it is not wrong for you now to do some things for self. You have completed something. It feels like an obligation has been met. The dues have been paid for a certain relationship, a certain karmic tie. You have paid your dues and then some for this certain karmic situation. The drama and the heartache that has come from this, you have paid enough of those dues. Going forward, you need to quest for yourself again. Move through the world. Go to the peaceful state. We have a young page here, young page here. This is the Page of Wands trying to get the message through to you. Here we have this 5 coming in so strong, so strong. It's like you would like to see things a little bit differently for yourself. And this one is coming through also over here. It's how you're going forward. Now, the fire in this card is standing out most strongly right now. The 5, when we think of 5 in the major arcana, that's the Hierophant coming in. But this fire, this flame, being around a new fire is important. There is a new woman that is on the scene being drawn and moving towards you, a new teacher. This is coming in as the Empress, but I'm getting shades of High Priestess energy. So the supportive king, this role that you have played as the supportive king is something you are learning to let go of and move beyond. Now, as we shift over to here, what we're seeing here, the Page of Cups, the most creative one. This one has the message, and he's like just a little like shocked and stupefied. This one, this is the stinky fish tea in the center of this. This is beautiful, beautiful actually, because this one's the creative student learning something big. What's binding it across? The completion of whatever this was in the world that we saw over here. Now that Ace of Cup, the new offering, this is when you go to the water and you get the stinky fish, not just the water, so you get the stinky fish tea. And then the 2 of Cups, the new partnering with something, someone, perfect partnering. Higher self comes in, but more than higher self comes in. A self which honors the boundaries, that isn't caught so much on the back foot. Now this is huge coming up. And this is expressed in a little bit of a different way. We've got the 5 of Swords here coming in through the battlefield really, really strongly. 5 of Wands here. I'm getting Hierophant energy and High Priestess energy all over this thing. It feels like those two need to learn to jive together. We've got the 5 here and the fire most prominent. We've got the 5 here and the swords most prominent. This is how are we moving forward? How are we moving forward? It is like an old storybook you would have known. And again, the 5 is up here. There needs to be disruption in order for you to move forward. But this is what's happened. The old storybook. It's gotten dusty a bit. The new story has to be written. Begs to be written, actually. And transformation happens. The King of Cups. You detach from something going forward. You detach from something that is drama, drama, drama. You know how to move forward and hold your boundaries at the same time. And then here, the table on this is really gorgeous and the candles are lit. So many responsibilities, so much hyper responsibility coming in here. You've held your boundaries, held your boundaries. The number on this is 4, but this does not look like any 4 of Wands that I have seen, even though it's got like different sets of candelabras, different things going on. There's many, many, but the table needs to be set and laid for self. These are shifting into an oracle mode for a minute. Give me a second here. They're shifting into what feels very oracle. It's like you've set the table for so many others. You set things in good alignment for so many others. And now it's time for you to be able to be at the table and feast for yourself, to set the table for yourself, to lay things out, spread things out. If it kind of feels like I'm telling you to be a little more selfish, I am. If it kind of feels like I'm telling you to be a little bit more self-absorbed, I am. Some people would think, okay, well, that's not very good. Those aren't really great attributes. They are if you've done the world taking care of everyone for so long that you've exhausted yourself. And it feels like this is what's going on. The self-preservation, the self-care, the radical self-acceptance, all of those things that we hear kind of bouncing around the ether a little bit more these days. This is where you're going towards. This is important for you right now. And it does feel like you're in the upside down. It does feel like you're in the weird world where you're going back to almost like servant king kind of mode, and then back up to where your higher self wants you to be taking care of yourself again and again, below and above, below and above, below and above, over and over again. This is something that has been baked in, folded into whatever this is, and it's something that you're outgrowing and moving beyond. It does take work for you to do this. We've got the 10 of Wands and the 9 of Wands. It's completed and then it's burdensome, and it's completed and then it's burdensome. We go down here. We see the victory coming out again. The victory that was passed here, again, here. So many of these. This is a lot of repeats for this kind of a reading to have. A lot of repeats. And then, oh my gosh, we even see this. The knight that comes charging to the rescue. I don't think that you have quite figured out how to ride the white horse for self quite enough. And although this is not the Knight of Cups, it is the Knight of Wands, the charging forward for self is important for you. Detach from the drama that surrounds you and the drama that will be continued to surround you. So if this is people in your life, family connections, and people that tend to do drama or tend to say, I've got this crisis, can you solve it? And you've been able to step up and really be there for someone in the past. It doesn't mean you're a jerk to say, no, I need to do this for me this time. The obligatory yes isn't really giving you a choice. So when you are asked to do something and you feel out of obligation, you have to say yes, almost like you're not allowed to say no. This is the reminder that you are allowed to say no. To be clear, to ride the horse for self again. To ride into battles where you want to ride into battles, not where you feel like you have to because it's obligation. The obligation comes in so heavily for you. There's death and transformation coming in here. And this is gorgeous, gorgeous energy. This is you learning to be in the butterfly stage, learning to get your wings. Instead of running around with the caterpillars, too long, too long, too long. You've shifted out of that. Definitely have shifted out of that. There is this transformation. Now, what else is going on with this? One more, one more. You're looking for a little more serenity, a little more peace. And just as soon as you get it, it feels like somebody wants to come in and swipe it from you or ask you to do something, carry their spiritual burden. You cannot do that anymore. You cannot be the one that's always lifting somebody else up when they need to have the muscles to learn to lift themselves up. You cannot be the one that they can rely on your strength somewhat, but you cannot enable and continue to enable someone that it shortchanges them the growth lesson. Nine of coins here. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. You need to be more at a distance. More at a distance. Keep yourself from the garden. Check in on these things now and again, but keep yourself more at the distance. Anything else? I want to explore what this is that's coming through as the big cup. So we're going to take a look at that, because this comes in as such a sweet, sweet lesson. You try and create solutions for so many, so often, and it really feels like this time you have to hold the cup for yourself. Yeah, you have to move on from a certain situation that you want to help, you want them to learn. It's like some people have to learn from the school of hard knocks. There will be some that you need to really, truly leave behind because you've outgrown. Doesn't mean you can't have a space for them in your heart, but you don't need a space for them in your daily realm. You have to move on, move forward to your own truth. You've survived something that's been difficult and challenging, and the old truths or the old beliefs that you thought were truths, they don't serve you anymore. You have to quest for the grail of your own heart. There's a very deep questing going on through this. Very deep questing. There's a study. Look at this. Look at this. This one is on the adventure. I love this strange world. She's on the adventure. She's got her nose in the book. She's missing what's going on around her. This is what it's like to be you this year, because you're going in and out and in and out and in and out. So you have to go from the book to actually what's going on in the world around you. So what you've seen before, what you've seen laid out before, needs to be closed so you can look around, look around, look around, see what's going on. It will be like going the upside down and back again, upside down and back again, upside down and back again. You will be dealing with your shadow off and on. You're going to get this for 3 solid months. January, February, March, all into March. I'm going to ask Gogs to come show me what's going on. Okay, he's showing me the fire. He's showing me the stacked wood, the chopping wood, the stacking wood, the chopping wood, the stacking wood. Then he's showing me himself just walking. He's going pretty far. He's bringing the scene a little picture, is a little closer. The scene's a little closer. He's going into, I don't know what you'd call it, but he's giving ale house. It's like he's going out for a beer. In the land of Gogs, he's going out for a beer. He's going to the ale house. He needs a breath. He needs a quiet moment. He needs his space. He needs his quiet. He needs the time to just chill the hell out. To do something for himself away from the responsibility of the chopping wood and stacking wood and chopping wood and stacking wood. He needs his time out, reprieve. Yeah. So if you need time to do this for spiritual rest, for spiritual growth, this is something you're going to need to do. It can't be avoided. It can't be delayed. Take care. You can't always be busy being the hero for everybody else. You have to be hero for self. You have to do work and take time apart for those that would assign you in the supportive role of them and always solving their problems. You have to be in this different role where you're detached. This is different than this, right? You've got the coins and you've got the cup here. This one is the big kahuna. This one is the one that rides the turbulent waves but stays calm. This one stays calm from a distance. Some people would think that she's a little too closed off. No, she's not. She's enjoying her time. She's got luxury. She's got leisure. She's got time to get settled and serene. And this is what you need. And there's still going to be chaos around you. So you'll need time where you can get your nose in the book and then out of the book and look around. The most important thing you can pursue for yourself this particular season is peace. The drama needs to be left behind. The spiritual lesson is to accept the goblet when it's offered, to accept the friendships that bring you peace, to let go of those relationships and those connections that really offer a stagnant frenzy when they have you going around in circles, doing their things, running their errands and solving their problems. That creates stagnancy in your spirit. When you move forward towards something that's serene and peace, you actually get momentum for your spirit. That's what I've got. Makes perfect sense. Spot on, beautiful reading as always. You are welcome. You are so welcome. Love it. Yeah, hopefully that it's going to be like end of March where this kind of settles down is what it's feeling like right now. So don't let the chaos freak you out. Just remember what you've seen here. Or remember this up, down. It's just part of how it's going to go for you. That's all right. All right, let me get some water. Krista's next for a mini and a pinch. Okay, Krista. Okay, so for Krista's, we are going to do the Feisty deck. We'll see what's going on in the Feisty deck for Krista's. Minnie and the Pinch. Oh, okay. I'm getting an asterisk, so this is very interesting. It's a little bit of a different kind of a layout. I sometimes get these reads, and the shaping of the read is what I tend to get first. So I'm getting an asterisk. I don't have two of these decks. If I need to clarify, we'll go to standard Rider-Waite. This is my deck, the Feisty deck, and it's just butterfly bombs, but this is the one that I'm getting for you. So, okay. What is her name? Paula. 2 steps forward, 1 step back, the way that you love me, coming in all through the clairauds, and it feels like you want to go forward, but then you're going back. 2 steps forward, 1 step back. Yeah, I don't know what those lyrics are doing in this reading, but that's what they're coming forward. 2 steps forward, 1 step back. The way that you love me, I think is the name of that song. Wow, we are in like the land of the 80s or the 90s or something. We are way back, historical time. Yeah, Paula Abdul song coming through really strong. Let's see what's going on here. Yeah, do. It's in my head so strong. Just give me a second. It ain't. Something like that is what it is. The way that you love me is huge, huge, huge. Now, everything that I just got done said to Rob could be encapsulated in these 2 starting cards for you. This is really fascinating. We've got the Knight, questing for the Grail, honoring, riding for the white horse for ourselves. Now, you see in this one, you see all these butterflies coming forward. This is how I wanted it, because as we quest for the Grail and we do it for ourselves, there's gifts and blessings all around, all the time, busyness going forward. And this is huge for us. And it's like this little flock of butterflies is leading the Knight on his quest, on his journey, moving forward in such a great way. What do we have to do? Leave the troubled waters behind. This is the challenge, to go towards the peace. Very interesting. And leave the rough waters. And this feels like you are still a little bit in the rough water side of things. And it also feels like you need to rid yourself of some baggage going on. You're carrying too heavy subconsciously. You're carrying too heavy. You need to protect priorities going forward. This is how I've got this guy going. Protect the priorities. But you notice he leaves 2 swords behind. He's still got way too much. He's carrying way too much. He needs to leave another sword or 2 behind. This is Sneaky Pete the Thief. Cover your ass card. 7 of Swords. You need to just hold to what it is that you can carry. And don't have so much that you can't move with ease. You need the Sword of Truth and understanding that you are breaking through something that's huge. And this is divine legacy and breakthrough coming through in a big, big way right here. Big. This is huge for you. The Sword of Truth is going to guide you. This is bringing you forward, bringing you forward, bringing you forward. This very, very strongly wants to come forward. You hold the Sword of Truth. You've seen, observed, witnessed. You don't have the horse necessarily if you don't have the sword. This cup, this questing for the Grail, it's like you need to figure out how to carry 1 sword with you and not just the Grail in your quest. This needs to be part of it. Like this needs to be part of it. This one is usually wanting the truth so much that he goes declaring it here, there, and everywhere, and people aren't hearing and miscommunication happens. He needs to get on the horse and go his own direction. Get rid of some of these excess swords here. You travel more lightly. Don't worry so much about security. There's something that's wanting to bring it forward, move it through. There's more butterflies in here than you would typically think, but I put an orange one here and kind of this white one here. This is coming through in an interesting way. It's moving with you. The butterflies move with you. You're leaving the battlefield for sure. This would be the one to see. You're leaving the battlefield, headed towards peace. This guy shows up for the fight, begging for a fight, itching for a fight, just wanting it. You're like, yeah, not interested. Not interested in the fight. You hold your own truth and carry that going forward, and that's where the magic is. That's where it always has been for you. Always has been there. What else do we have coming forward on this? What does she need to know? What does the magician want to teach her? You're going to employ the cup and the sword for sure. Strongly, strongly, strongly. This is what's going to help. This is the wish card. Follow what it is that your true heart wants you to bring forward. Let go of the baggage that weighs you down. Anything that weighs you down, anything that keeps you stuck, let go of. There needs to be purposeful application of emotion. What I'm getting is if you want to have more joy in your world, you need to make room and space for it. This is when I would tell people, if you want to hack for this, you put on ABBA if you're Angie. You put on Dancing Queen or something. You put on some music to shift the energy. You get out of the house to shift the energy. If you're feeling too funky or a little bit too stuck, you get yourself out of that energy, but you have to conscientiously make the choice move forward to do something a little bit different. This is what's going on. You have to move it forward on your own. This is the wish card. This is coming forward in a huge, huge way. And this is all the magic that's going on. Anything else she needs to know? I'm getting that it ain't. That, again, that Paula Abdul. It ain't. It's the way that you love me. It's something about the way that you love, the way you offer love, the way you love yourself, and what you're settling for, what you're moving towards. Yeah, I don't know why that song's coming through so strong, but it is. That's what's coming through. Page of Cups, offering a new surprise coming forward in a huge way going forward. And holding on to the past is saying you need to open up and be more vulnerable. This is something that shifts a little bit. Open up a little bit and you find more surprises, more surprising butterflies, more creative, more artistic expressions of self and of soul. Goes forward in a really, really strong way. Yeah, quest for the grail, but carry the sword of truth. So you're not just unarmed and overly ideal. You have the truth that you're holding really, really strongly and you're moving forward in a good way. So that's what I've got going on. That's what's coming through for you. We'll look at the charms here in just a second, but that feels complete. You just restructured what you wanted for yourself and in someone else. Good, 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 good. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, hold to your truth. Don't let somebody else's priorities take over where it is that your path needs to go. Hold to your truth, hold to your truth, hold to your truth, and put yourself as the priority as you quest going forward. You'll create solutions all along the way. You have the magic to do it. You don't have to fight stupid battles or waste your energy. You've got the sword of truth. You've seen enough that doesn't serve. Now communicate more clearly and go forward with more ease. That's what I've got. Wow, I love that for you. That's what I got. All right. Okay, and I was seeing something. Yeah, I think Chad does have some family stuff going on. I shot him a text the other day, and it seemed like he's doing all right, but always it's good to send out light for anyone. So I'll probably message him today, see how he's doing today. But yeah, so send out some light for him in whatever energy that he might need that helps him. Send the good vibes his way. That's a good thing to do. And I think he's okay. So that's what I got. Okay. So I think he is doing okay. From what he texted me back, he's doing okay. It's just he's had some family stuff going on that he's got to attend to. So that's his to do. That's his to share with and how he wants to share. Darn this puzzle piece. Let's see if I can get it in there. Let's try it again. See if I can drag this over. There we go. So, okay. But yeah. So, yeah. Yeah. Tell him that we're thinking of him. And it's always fun when Chad's here. He asks what's going on and different things. He always asks good questions. So it's like, all right. But yeah, if it's a little quieter in here, that could be why. Because he likes to give a little bit of sass too. And we like the sassy ones. We like the sassy ones. Okay. So do we have a pinch that's supposed to be coming up? Is that right? Am I supposed to be doing a pinch? If Kim will let me know, I think that's what's going on. Yeah, we do like the sassy ones. We sure do, Tess. We do. All right. So, I swear, I thought I had a pinch that was supposed to be, I think, for Krista. Is that right? Whoa. Okay, there we go. What's a pinch? So, I do charms by the pinch, so $10 a pinch, and I just go in and get a pinch, throw the charms out, and they typically read very kind of like Lenormand. It's a charms reading. So, a pinch. We're going to do a pinch for Krista. I think that's who it was for. So, that's what we're doing. All right. Ooh, okay. All right. This one wants to stick. Wow, wow, wow. The bee, I'm going to flip this down so you can see. Hopefully you can see that pretty good. Let's get this out of the way. All right. So we got the butterfly and the moon way up here. Let's get this back. But the B was sticking here. This is really stuck. Hard work. Hard at work. This is going to be all throughout. There's rays going forward. This is coming through as unknown. This is hard work and pressure. This is how they're changing coals to diamonds. Something of value, lots of hard work. There's messages coming in. This is coming in like the rider more than the horse. In Lenormand, there's the horse and the rider. There's new messages coming forth, being heralded, coming forward. There's some kind of reprieve coming up. Future. We go over this way. We go straight over this way. We're looking in April. Yeah, March, April is what we're looking. This is going straight over. Start planning whatever it is that's vacation. Start planning and dreaming about vacation now. Then we have here, this is the flower charm. I don't know if I can turn it over well enough that you can see. But this is the flower charm here. There's something that needs to open up. Something that needs to be opening up. This is a gift coming in. The gift to plan ahead, the gift to think ahead for this and to plan this. This is something that is prepared time. And we're getting March and April coming through. And I'm not sure why we're getting it, but that's what we're getting. There is something that you need to allow to have time. So squirrel away money, put aside for March and April, some kind of reprieve, some kind of vacation and joy for self. There's a new message coming forward. And this is something that's important. It might be information that you see. It could be something like, you know, go see the beautiful Multnomah Falls in Oregon, or go see, I don't know, maybe the Washington Mall, or go see Mount Rushmore, or go see whatever. Something that's coming in as a message is going to spur an idea for vacation, and it needs to be opened and looked at a little bit more deep. There's light that comes in from this. Sometimes it's Sedona, sometimes it's Shasta, whatever it is. You'll know what it is. But it feels like there's going to be like written word. It feels like written word that comes through about what it is that you're going towards, the unknown. And I don't know why it's coming through in that way, but that is what's coming through. The sun, and this is like the sun and the star, and also a compass coming through. Very interesting here. I'm going to pull this so you can see. The sun, the star, and the compass coming through. Why are we getting that? We're getting, there's a certain star tattoo that comes through, and it looks like a compass. I think it's very, like a sailorish tattoo. I don't know if it's called a sextant or what, but it's very pointed, and it looks like a compass. This is what's going on, and I don't know what this is about, but the light is being shown in the true north, and what you need to do in order to bloom is coming through. What this is saying is you need to figure out where true north is for you over and over again. Find your true north, find your true north. You would recognize the nautical star, perhaps. Yeah, I think that might be it. I don't know well enough. I tell you as close as I can get, but that's what's going on. You know the tattoo that I'm talking about? Yeah, you know the one. When you see it, you'll see it. And it's like, this is going to have clear directions. I don't know when and how you're going to see this, but this is coming through. And it's the compass and the star and the sailor star coming through. Something about what's coming through in the springtime, March, April, you need to work and put pressure on something so that you can go do this. This is big for you. I don't know why. All right, going back down here. We've got the moon and the star here. The planning, and the desires of the heart are coming through quite strongly on this. And then here, oh, the swans, the pair of swans, the duo here. The desires of the heart coming through very, very strongly. Very strongly. There's something that needs to be honored. This is something that is a growth opportunity for you. The swan sometimes comes in when there's romance, and sometimes it comes in when there's a mother-daughter thing coming in. I want to take a look at this. I want some cards on this. Just give me a second. We're going to take the... So the Neoteric, the modern woman, is Neoteric woman or something like that, tarot. I want clarification on that particular charm. Ten of Cups says, happy family situation. This is something that's going to create a lot of bonding with the family, It's more than romance. It's to do with familial, and it's to do with relationship. And sometimes the familial, it would reference also a soul family, not just biologicals. This is what's coming in here. It feels like soul family and happy and joyful times. Happy and joyful going forward here in this land of unknown. Let's see what's going on there. Just to see. Because this is where things really bloom. And true expression comes through here. Let me see if I can show this. This is coming through as true expression coming forward. An offering of true expression coming forward. Page of Wands. Vaulting over something. This is jumping and pole vaulting over a challenge. Vaulting over the challenge in an unusual way. There's been arguments, conflict, competition, and strife to a new thing, to a new Ace of Wands. Huge. it's like the idea might create a little bit of conflict. The idea might create a little thing that could rob you of joy. This is family and business, soul family and business. If you find yourself the thief of your own joy, then it's time to relax, to breathe, to slow it down, to find your true north again. Over and over again, you're going to have to come back to the heart of the matter and express it in a truer way. This is what's coming through. The heart of the matter, express it in a truer way. The green coming through there. And this is something that is the gift. What do we got here? I'm getting the thumping stick that comes in with this. Sometimes this is seen as God's thumping stick. It's like stinger pop to the head, bop on the head, like somebody pops you on the head, that kind of thing. This is what it is. This will come before the epiphany. But it is a reminder, pop on the head, like, ah. The gift is in that. I don't know what that's about, but this is what's coming through. The family thing that needs to be sorted first before things open up. And this planning for the vacation in March, April, it's going to take a lot of work working up to it. It might be a little bit hairy, stressful for a little bit of time. Hold to your agenda, to your truth as much as you can. Go to the true north when you get confused. Go to your own internal compass. If you start drawing that nautical star, the tattoo that I mentioned, the nautical star, even if you draw that and put it somewhere, like even if you put it on an index card across from your bathroom in the mirror or something, it'll help you remember. It'll help you remember to stay true north to yourself. This is what's going on, and there's huge gifts of the heart coming through. And this is the pressure that gets put on over here is the diamond. This is after the coal is pressurized, all the work. Remember, this was stuck here. But this is the pressure that comes in after all the work. Then comes the reward. That's what I've got. That's complete. Holy cow. I love that for you. That's kind of a fun little dip into the charms, but really fun. Huge fun. Yeah, and look for the messaging. I don't know where you're going to get that. I don't know if it was Franklin. Is it Franklin? I don't know. Just look for that star. That's what I can tell you. Yeah. Follow the star, yeah. It's kind of, yeah. But it's follow your own true north. It's more important than that. So, okay. All right, Kim, if you let me know who's next, we'll move to the next one. Don't know what that's about, but that's what we'll go to. So, all right. 1 second. Goes back in there. Get a little water, and we'll be moving. And I don't know who's next, but if you've got a reading coming in, let Kim know, let me know, and we'll see what's going on. I am going to be on YouTube where I upload today's show. I'll upload it to YouTube. I'll be on YouTube. I'll also be on Clapper. That's the ones that I've found so far that seem a little bit more approachable. But that's where I'll be. That's where you'll see me. And I'll probably be on more like a 12-ish, 12:30 in that time frame, since I'm usually on that time frame anyway. So probably I'll start the show a little bit later, but that's what I'll be doing. Yeah. Clapper is kind of set up like TikTok, and I really hope that TikTok does not get banned. I just know that we have the ability to figure it out regardless of what happens situationally. Over and over, I've had to start over and figure things out in my life, and I don't love doing it, but I am kind of genius at it, so I need to remember that. But that's what I've got going on. Yeah, Neptune, when Neptune gets released, that could be very interesting, and we'll see how that goes, but you'll be able to find me. And always look for afeistybutterfly@gmail. If you look for afeistybutterfly, even if you look in Google, it'll slam you over to YouTube, or it'll slam you over to my webpage or whatever. So you'll be able to find me. And if you've gotten reads, or if you have me in your email, just shoot me an email and I'll be looking. So that's what I got going on. So that's the plan. Okay. Kim, do we have Lily up next for a year ahead? Is that about right? Yeah, Clapper is kind of like this. It does have a little bit of the lower vibes. And there is something that somebody on there put, and it's like not suitable for work or something in the settings. It's like, you know, when you have comedy and then you have kind of a raunchy comedy, this has a little bit more raunch in the app. But if you put not suitable for work and you adjust it so that you're not getting just the booty girls or whatever, you're not getting stuff that you don't want to get. So that's kind of, yeah, it's got more of that factor in there than I would like to see, but we'll see what happens. We'll see going forward. But that's what I know so far. And YouTube is where you can find me. So, all right, Lily for the year ahead. Let's take a look. We're going to Dark Mansion for Lily. I love this deck. Love it, 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 love it. Love this deck. So this is different back, but it's called the Dark Mansion. And if you haven't seen it, it's so fun. A very Tim Burton-y kind of feel, kind of flavor. Kind of Nightmare Before Christmas kind of flavor, very whimsical art. But I love this deck. It just speaks to me so well. So we're going to go into that, and we will see what's going on for Lily. Just give me a second. And this one I had to like texturize because it felt a little different. And this one I just took magic markers to the back. So when I put them away, I can tell because I didn't want to cut off the edging here. We'll see what's going on. Okay. All right. That was the Ace of Cups that had flipped up top. We're going to see what's going on for Lily for the year ahead. Let's get a good shuffle on these. Yeah, these are some of my faves. So it's your legs are stronger than they think that you think that they are. And this is something we all need to know, but particularly for you, your legs will carry you where you need to go. Your legs are stronger than you think they are. For you, it is not a case of 2 steps forward, 1 step back. It's stepping out of something and something getting doubled. And I don't know what that's about, but it's coming through really strongly. Stepping out of something and something getting doubled is huge for you. Wow, wow, wow. This is terrifying to you. Okay, what we've got in the center is the heartache, what feels like betrayal, self-sabotage. Sometimes people will lazily read this as third-party betrayal. It's not always that the betrayal comes from outside. Sometimes we're the ones that are holding ourselves back. The challenge is to let ourselves go forward. So since I don't know what your situation is, just know the heartache is not for nothing. But you have to wriggle free of these. Typically, when you see the 8 of Swords depicted, she's standing by the beach, and if the waves come in, the swords will come down. If she wriggles much, she's going to be free. She's not as trapped as she thinks she is right here. I want one more, because this is like a very much challenge. Big challenge for you right now. Wow, wow, wow. These two want to come out. Let's see what we got. King of Swords. Cut the shit, even if you have to sacrifice some of the beautiful gown. Like, even if you had to take the swords to cut the gown to free yourself, you could do this. Wriggling free might destroy something beautiful, but it allows you to move forward towards something more beautiful for yourself. Now going here. Oh, yeah, it does allow you. This is like the access card, the higher access card. And this allows you to go forward in a job situation. This would be a promotion. This allows you to go to the traditional establishment, but you hold the keys to the kingdom in order to go forward. This is what's going on for you. Now let's see what's going on all the way around the year. So we're going to break out the miniature of this and see what's going on. January, February, rough, tough. March, April, May, June. June is the reminder of what this was here. June is a big reminder of this, just so you know. June is the reminder of this. There's something that's coming forward in summer that you're going to feel a little bit more of this exquisite pain that feels like betrayal and overcoming, and then overcoming again, and a reminder to not go back towards an old pattern or an old path. In June, this is what's coming up. July, August, September, October, November, December. Wow. Okay. You've got a monster of a year going on. A big monster of a year. You've got betrayal here and the Knight of Cups that sometimes is the false Romeo here in December. But what I'm getting is the way you have expectations in relationship needs altogether scrapped and shifted. This is a very bossy thing. You always trust your higher self more than any tarot card reader, me or anybody else. But what I'm getting is there is patterning that you have seen that doesn't serve you, whether it's involved with narcissism or codependence, those kinds of things that you've seen modeled in relationships that does not serve you. And you need to like throw it all out the window. The way you do that is cut a new path for yourself. So this is tricky for you right now. It's get off the damn battlefield. You've proven your point. You don't need to keep proving it and keep proving it and keep proving it. Get off the damn battlefield. This is huge for you. Then this 9 of Wands. There is resilience here. It's like you're guarding a fortress. Whatever you're guarding, it needs to be valuable to you in order to continue to have you to guard it. If you're going to take up a battle, if you're going to take up a sword, if you're going to take up a fight, it needs to be worth it for you. Not worth it in the long run, not worth it potentially, worth it for you in the now. This feels like get your ass off the wrong field. Yeah, you're carrying somebody else's burden way too much. And although you're good at it and you're smart at doing what you need to do and carrying yourself through and carrying on, you can move yourself forward in a different way. You don't have to be so stuck. Just because things aren't going as fast as you see them, you know when it feels out of alignment. And the thing is, you'll sweet talk yourself into being patient, waiting for the wrong people to step up, to do different, to do better, and you'll shortchange yourself. So don't be doing that anymore. No more. This is bullshit. You don't need to do this anymore. You have this coming in. Access, the keys, the wisdom, the higher stuff. And you have the way to make a strategy to move beyond the heartache of the past. Now, sometimes these old woundings and these old heartaches that we get, they aren't to do with the romance at all. It could be belief systems we've carried from childhood that we need to let go of. Those kinds of things are in the mix sometimes. It feels like you need to tear down the structure of deception about beliefs, lies and beliefs and self-doubt. You need to tear it down by March. Whatever this is that you've built up, or you're trying to hold on to, it's just going to come down anyway. So if you don't start looking deeper at some of the truths that you're carrying, the universe is going to slam you. This is the, I love this card. I love this. This is the Tower. It is a beautiful, beautiful rendition of the Tower. When lightning strikes, it's the epiphany, the bolt out of the blue, the aha moment, the rude awakening, and the tower falls and you survive it and you kick the rubble out of the way. When you kick the rubble out of the way, you get to start something new. Now, sometimes this is like for my husband and I, his company, everybody got laid off, boom, just like boom. And this was last year and it was like, shit, the company's almost 100 years old and boom, gone. The landscape changes in March for you and you go shopping. You go making new choices. So this is March. This is April. By June, you're reminded of the heartache. You're reminded of the burden you're carrying. So it's going to take a little bit to finagle, to move through. But you're making new choices. Don't procrastinate. Make a new choice. Allow yourself to be strategic. Allow yourself to use the new knowledge, the new keys, the new things, the overcoming these things that you thought kept you stuck. Overcome those and move forward. You're going to make the new choice in July. July, we're seeing the Lover's card come through, and this is a beautiful rendition, but this shows the choice between two women, and that's kind of archaic. It's kind of old school. It used to be the lover making the choice whether he was going to make the choice between who he loved or following his life's purpose, and it was called the lover, singular. This is what's going to come. How do you want to have the choice? This is moving forward in a way that's super, super strong. This is part of the blueprint. You can't get out of it. You're going to be liberated. You're going to make a different choice a different way. Will you challenge and allow yourself to learn enough to choose to do relationships on different terms altogether? It'll be tested. It'll be tested in July. Yeah, you'll walk away from the old path. They can tell you every sweet thing you ever wanted to hear, but if they aren't actually able to back it up, you're going to be like, out of there. What is emotionally unsatisfying, you leave behind. You're like, nah, no thanks. Not going to have it. I will walk away from something that is unfulfilling. I will chart my own course. And this is what you are ready to do. Really, really ready to do this. This is July. August, we see here the Four of Swords. This is rest. This is reprieve. This is renewal, reclaim, restore. All of this. This is get the sleep that you need. Really take care of yourself. This is self-care in high degree. Then in September, that's when the cup comes through. This could be somebody that's maybe not got bad intentions, but has false intentions. They don't know themselves well enough to know how to handle you. In September, you're running into something entirely different. A little bit reckless, but the grail is there. Honor your truth going forward. Honor it big. This is what's coming up in September. The big offering of love, it should be towards self. The radical self-love needs to be offered towards self. You're going to go forward with your own truth, and then you move on. Now, you'll see some of the heartbreak and the patterns that you've conquered. Some of the knowings, and this sometimes references knowings, legal battles, information, that kind of thing, and this references a painful betrayal. This is something that I don't like saying, but I am saying. Sometimes the people that you think are around you aren't in your corner. Sometimes those that we hold dear, or the places that are our comfort zones to be in because we feel comfortable, actually aren't good for us. It's not as strong as like the devil energy where you're stuck and you're trapped in a vice, but there is something that has old beliefs and an old system of beliefs that you feel like you are attached to, like strongly attached to, that you're actually not, that you've outgrown, that has changed and has shifted for you, and it's different. And sometimes it feels like you're going to have to go a little bit solo in order to move forward. It's going to be okay to go forward. It's going to be okay to go forward on your own. Now, what else do we see on this? Because it feels like damn near dying. It about kills you in October to have to recognize that some of the people that you have loved and made sacrifices for aren't going to be able to move forward in the way that you want to move forward. The Hermit. This is going forward alone. Now, this is the September card, the Virgo card. And this is also one where the wisdom comes through. This is where you have your light and it's enough to see, and where you learn the difference between isolation and solitude, between being alone and loneliness. You're learning those things. You learn it in September. It's reminded in October, and you know the difference, and you will feel comfortable in it. You will have the wisdom here. You've danced with your own shadow throughout this year, and you come up wiser for it. This is huge for you. That's October. November, you're coming into this Eight of Pentacles time. This is work, pouring yourself into work, pouring yourself into work, pouring yourself into work. This is huge for you, and you're doing it for your own behalf. This is November. This is December. Now let's see what's going on in December when you're questing for the Grail once more. It really feels like you have had to carve out your own freedom in this year. And it's challenging. Don't doubt yourself. Don't second guess yourself. You know more than you give yourself credit for, and your knowings are important. They will help you to move forward if you learn to trust these knowings a little bit more. Yeah, the Moon. Now, this can be a sign of fear, a sign of hidden things, but it also can be trust your intuition, and this is huge. Trust your intuition. You aren't getting the High Priestess year this year. Thank God. You are getting, your intuition kicks down into a different gear. The High Priestess year typically lasts about 1.5 years, and it is very challenging. And it's like you're getting a primer. I wouldn't be surprised at all if you're getting the High Priestess year in 26 and 27, going through like, yeah. I would say if you go through all of 26 into June of 27, that's your High Priestess year. So don't worry, you'll be doing some of the other shadow lessons, activating some of your spiritual gifts, all of this. This year, you're trusting your intuition and just really chucking the old swords that don't serve, chucking the old ways, the old sense of betrayals, and the little betrayals or the big. It doesn't matter. You're going to learn, yeah, that doesn't really line up with me. I'm going to say no more. I'm going to hold my own boundary more. I'm going to not carry other people's shit. I'm going to follow a different pattern. I'm not going to be doing this anymore. Don't need to do this anymore. This is where you're the one that is carrying the burden really, really heavily. And this is the wounded soldier. You're going to guard what's important. You're almost to the finish line on this lesson. This really feels like not just one relationship or one belief that you've outgrown. It feels like multiple. So whatever this has happened, it hasn't really snuck up on you, but you haven't wanted it to be so. You haven't wanted to be out of the comfort zone. Yet it is time. The Tower will boot you right out of that comfort zone. You will have to make new choices, and don't procrastinate them. Take your time, but don't procrastinate. Anything else she needs to know? The Hierophant again comes through. The reminder of the traditional wisdom that is old wisdom. This is something maybe your granny would have told you that's actually old truth. That's good truth. It's so interesting. The ancestors will come through, and sometimes they teach us bad things that they don't mean to, and sometimes they teach us great things. But there is a sense of old wisdom, established old wisdom, that will help carry you and give you access to higher wisdom yourself. Anything else? The work comes in November. This is asking you to stay calm emotionally. Don't be turbulent. The greater aspect of the work for you, the greater aspect is learning what resonates as truth with you. This is like employment. This would be like, sometimes it means a new job or a promotion. So that could be good. I'm not seeing money all over the place in this. What I'm seeing is the challenge with the truth that you believe and the beliefs that you carry. That is the bigger challenge for you right now. It doesn't show you winning the lottery this year. It shows you applying your belief system and getting more opportunities coming forward, knowing what you want, not staying stuck anymore. As pertaining to finances, let's look. Okay, all right, that one wants up. 2 months, things are shifting. 2 months, things are shifting big. We're in January now, and things are shifting big here. This is travel, this is adventure, new opportunities, ducks in a row, things that are lined up, guardrails are on, all of that. Things look very different in March is what I'm getting. That's what I've got for you, sweetie. That feels very, very complete. I wish I was seeing more like Wheel of Fortune and 10 of coins and 10 of coins and 10 of coins when I'm asking specifically to look at that. But what I'm seeing is the challenge of the self-sabotaging beliefs needs to go first. Let go of those, and then you move into the new opportunity. That's when these ones kick in, okay? All right, that's what I got, honey. Good luck on that. Good luck, and honor that intuition more and more and more and more. Don't doubt your capacity. This is the Dark Mansion, and it's gorgeous. It's from Tarot Teca Studios, and it is a beautiful one. I mean, look, this is their 8 of Cups. Leaving behind anything that's unfulfilling is something you are learning more and more and more and more and more. It's gorgeous, 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 and it's the Tarot Teca deck. It's gorgeous. Let me get a little water, and we'll see what's going on next. Okay. Monique, I'm on the paid readings list right now, and you can find me at A Feisty Butterfly. I'm on YouTube, and I'll be going to Clapper if TikTok goes bad. But usually at the beginning of the show, I'll do a few of the micro reads, and then we go into the paid list. So we're in the paid list, but welcome into the room. Good to see you. Glad you're here. Okay, so I think Elizabeth was next. No problem, honey. No problem at all. So, and I record the whole show and then I upload it to YouTube. So, not at all a problem. All right, so Elizabeth, the year for Betsy squared. Okay, is that right? All right, gotcha, B squared. What do we have here for you? And I'm looking around at the cards. You can see I've got a lot of cards. Love them. Let me find the deck that feels right for you. We're going to go to the Arcanum for you. 1 second. Okay, so I have 3 of these decks, and we'll see what goes on with this, but this is called the Arcanum. It's really kind of magazine-y and glossy and more beautiful, but this is what we're going into. So I'm going to put this smaller one here. Gosh, I'm running out of room. That always happens. But we're going to go for B squared Betsy, same deck, and this is how I do the edges. So if we see things in duplicate, that's when you really want to pay attention, all right? All right, we're going to shift down and see what's going on for Betsy. The year ahead. What's going on? Let's take a peek. That was a shit shuffle. Let's try again, Ange. The nails are gorgeous, but the shuffles aren't pretty. There we go. Now we're cooking. Yeah, now we're cooking with gas. It's definitely coming up for you. It's like when you light the gas stove and it just goes click, 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 and it doesn't light, and it doesn't light, and it doesn't light, and then finally, poof. Yeah. There's a little bit of a pause. Apply the pressure, that click, click, click. It's like turning on the stove thing. Let it click, 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 click. And allow a little bit of time, because just when you want to give up on that thing, then it's going to flame up really strong. Wow. Okay. You have a year full of hard work ahead of you. Hard work. And not bad work. Hard work. And it's pretty good. We're going to put that there. Put these here. What we're seeing here. 7 of Cups. The choices and the procrastination, it's got to go. This is one where you like, oh, all the things that I could do. Tra-la-la-la. Make your choice. Choose your choice and start applying yourself strongly, consistently. That is a challenge. Being consistent is a challenge, but apply yourself consistently. Pay your dues, do the hour, do the time, do the time. It becomes second nature. This is the card of internship and apprenticeship and also mastery. Sometimes I call it the med student card because this is the one where he does all the book learning for his medical stuff and then he goes into the hospital to practice. This is huge, huge, huge. Then we have the 10 of Pentacles. 10 of Pentacles is something where there's legacy, generational wealth, and breakthrough. There is the things that are inheritance. There's also victory if you can think, how do I want to leave my mark? Sometimes this brings through those kinds of different things. And this is what's going on. On the straight money here, it looks like you're making money. That's what's going on. You just need to make your choice, but you'll be making money. You're making something that's very rewarding and fulfilling. You're increasing your resources. Now let's see what's going on here. We're going to go all the way around and we'll see. January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. Now this came through with some interesting cards. I'm going to flip it down so you can see. So here we go. This one wanted to come up. The Queen of Wands wanted to come up. She's the most territorial of the queens. She's got her mojo. She's the most approachable, the most sensual. But she is the one that when she arrives, the party happens. Everybody knows who she is. This is use your mojo for good. Use your superpower for good. And this is like crowning over the year. It came up and it didn't feel January. It feels like crowning over the year. Consciously, consciously, consciously using your gifts that inspire others and being approachable is huge for you. January, you got the Hierophant coming out. This is opportunity presents. This is getting the keys to the kingdom. I call it the bouncer of the club. It's like you're welcome here. You're invited here. You're welcome. This is really when they let you beyond the red rope. This is when they give you the keys and you have the basic knowledge, and then you have even more given to you. And it's traditional knowledge. This is something that's coming in big. New opportunities presenting in January. In February, there's a victory and then a new perspective. The Hangman is here with the victory card. This is where you have to look at it entirely different. Turn it upside down. There's something that's a new opportunity coming in February, and it does create the victory for you. It's going forward in a strong, strong way. In March, we're seeing the Seven of Wands. This one's about boundaries. This one's about holding your own, stepping into your power and defending something by holding your boundary. This is huge for you. Now this one I want a little bit of a clarifier on. Same deck, second deck, red cards. Because these are the brown edge, yeah. Clarify with this. Seven of Wands. What are you defending? I don't know, but there's coming in two defenses coming in. One is sheer stubbornness, and that needs to be let go of. That's when you get defensive. The other one is coming in as holding whatever it is that you value and holding on to that in an important way. But there's a way of doing it without being argumentative. There's a way of doing it without being defensive. Ooh. High Priestess enters the scene. This is where you're learning to follow the nudge. This is where the downloads come in and where you ask the question a little differently. Can I pass? Yes, you can. Can I pass? Yes, you can. Can I pass? That's not the same thing as how do I get past this? How do I get in? How do I pass? What do I need? What helps me grow? These kinds of things. You will have to ask the smarter question. Not just defend the old question, but ask the smarter question for your intuition to kick in. That's coming in March. And in April, we've got the Hermit coming in very strongly. Hermit energy kicks in. This is where you're learning about things that are the Dark Night of the Soul lessons, the shadow self, learning the difference between solitude and isolation, all of this, and learning the value of being on your own really, really strongly. This could present as somebody with Virgo energy coming in. This is coming in as also person. Usually the court cards represent people. The major arcana is the higher, broader lessons of life. This is coming in with a little bit of person attached to it. There's going to be that Virgo energy that needs to come forward and help you move forward in a strong way. Don't know what that's about, but that's what's coming forward. And this is March, April, May. Strength in May. This is where you're choosing to follow the gentle nudge. This one's saying, ask the questions, listen for the answer, follow the gentle nudge. You can't force a thing. You can't battle. You have to gently follow it in order to move forward. Queen of Swords comes up in June. This is saying, cut the shit, knock it off, cut the crap. Cut the crap, kid. Let's move forward. This is get real, Rhonda. Right? That's what this is. Very much get real, Rhonda. It's time to cut the shit and move forward. What feels absolutely right is absolutely right. And you will know it because it will feel true. It will resonate and it will align. Now, this is one that she gets a bum rap of being too abrasive. And she's just right 90% of the time. This is your friend that says, get real, Rhonda. Let's go. Let's figure it out. She's not going to suffer any fools or any idiocy at all. That's what's going on in June. July, you've got the Sun and the Queen of Pentacles. Now, this one is the closest to the Empress in my book. She's very, very, very grounded. She knows exactly what's in her pantry. She knows how to turn the tumbleweed into the Christmas tree. anything you give her. It could be a can of SpaghettiOs, and she would make it a master cuisine. She knows how to use things practically, uses her resources well, manages the money well. The sun is on this, full illumination is on this. It doesn't feel like money is going to be your big challenges here. It feels like managing your resources is something you know how to do and do well. Managing your truth is something that's important for you to do. You're not going to be one that goes crazy with retail therapy. You're not going to have, like, you know, Imelda Marcos' shoe collection or 57 purses in your closet. That's just not in your nature to do so. You are going to be one that applies your effort to the work and brings something forward that is strong for self. This is huge for you. Then that's the July. August is Page of Swords coming in. This is interesting. Seeing and observing something and knowing it. Now, this one is sometimes called the spy in the camp, which I think is a little bit of an unfair thing because it implies a sneakiness that may or may not be there. This is also considered the James Bond card. Some people compare this to Archangel Michael or Metatron. It's when you know a thing, you've learned a thing, and this one always wants to go chasing and tearing off with the truth, and sometimes the truth just needs to be carried and not shouted from the rooftops, okay? Death card comes in September, and I love this. This is a gorgeous rendition. Gorgeous death card here. This is death and transformation, death and rebirth. I want to do a little bit of snooping on that. Let's take the snoop. What's going on with this September? This is butterfly time, baby. This is when the caterpillar finally learns it's not the caterpillar anymore. Time to go, butterfly time. You're going to go forward slowly, but you're going to go. You have the reward. You're really, really ready. This is the emissary of the queen. This sometimes comes up as the emissary of the queen like this. But in your reading, what I'm feeling, it's the emissary of her. This is when the high priestess really becomes activated for you. This is September. You understand the transformation that's happened. You really understand that one. And there's a truth, a purity of truth here. The plain and clear truth that is being carried forward in a huge way. This is September. It feels like your need to depend on others shifts in that month. And I don't know what and how that's about. I don't know if that's from the emotional standpoint. It certainly doesn't seem like it would be necessary from the material standpoint, but I don't know your situation. I'm telling you what I'm getting coming through. It feels like you have learned by here. The death and transformation. You have learned that you can rely on self. It's proven. Now, this card comes up, and it's usually considered the bully. It's usually considered a card of somebody getting defeated and somebody clearly winning at any cost. But this feels like battle proven. You don't have to go over and over and over the same ground anymore. This is like you've had the victory. It feels like you do have the upper hand in a situation. You're moving forward in a situation. This is October. Proven, tested. If something is proven, if somebody's mettle is tested, if somebody's battle swords are tested, they've either been on the field battling, trying to express themselves, trying to speak something, share some knowledge, share some truth. Or sometimes it's going, the metal goes into the fire and the sword is forged. And it feels like this transformation comes through and it's something is forged. Yeah. It doesn't mean that it's always difficult when that's forged. Sometimes it comes over time in layers, and that's how it feels for you. November. Now, this is the card that I call the Batman card. And this is the Page of Pentacles. This is the one that's like, oh, do I dare? Do I dare? Oh, do I dare? Do I dare? And you got to really go for it. You've got the gift. You've got the gift. You've got the horse now, too. You're really ready to transform and move forward. This would be the butterfly pacing the branch. It's the get off the branch and fly and go be the Batman. Be the lead character, main character energy. You need to really step into it. The student is ready. The student has the gift and has studied and put the work in. Majorly done the work. Now it's ready to move forward, and a new choice will present. Now, this is very interesting. This is the repeat. All of these choices before, now the new choices look different. It's like, if I were to put it in terms of college, it's like the generals are done finally. The general math, the general English, the general whatever is done. Now you're going into specialized. Let's see what's going on this. That's really what it feels like. It feels like specialization is coming in. You're understanding how you can choose differently next December. So this is a year of learning, of exploration, of letting the downloads come through, honoring the truth. And then what's the specialty coming up? Wow, balance is coming in. The Chariot, look at that. spiritual balance, how you balance the flow coming through, really, really directed. I'm getting the heroes display, big and showy. You won't be like shy on this forever. You're going to learn what you learned. You'll know what you learned. Big and showy, the heroes displayed. If you were going to go into a Roman Colosseum in the chariot, you're going to be looking good. You're going to be, have everything shined up, have everything ready. The bridles on the horses looking good. Ready to go, ready for the momentum. All you have to do is make the choice. The specialty is going forward like the hero really, really strongly. You will have learned that you are that hero. You're moving forward in a huge, huge way. Anything else? No, it's second nature. It's second nature to you now, babe. That's what's coming in. You will understand. You will have taken the time. This is really pivotal in September, where you get off the branch and fly. You fly here, you fly there, you fly here, you fly there, and then you trust the wind. And that's what I've got. That's complete. That's gorgeous. I love that for you. Absolutely beautiful energy coming through with that. Yeah. When you feel that wind under those wings, you let yourself fly. Let yourself do it. Let yourself go and trust it. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I got. Straight up. All right. That one's complete. That feels very complete. I'm getting a tap from Lucy. She's tapping, and she's like tapping shoulder, tapping shoulder. She's telling me that you are having something come in from your guides. Pay attention. Your guides are trying to get your attention, tapping your shoulder, tapping your shoulder. That's complete, but pay attention to the tap that you're getting on your shoulder from your guides. Don't know what that's about, but it's going to come a little bit later. They'll be tapping. So, and if you feel like you've got a tapping on the shoulder off and on throughout the year, you might feel like a physical sensation or think something over here, and it feels very over here. So that's what it's going to be. You'll feel it. You'll know. You're like, all right. Yeah, Betsy, I have done dream interpretation. I haven't ever put it on my charts or anything, but it's something that I have done and do like my do. I do. My sisters or my friends will tell me I had a dream, blah, 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 blah. And the message is very, very clear. And they'll be like, oh, okay, yeah, got it. So yeah, I can do that. I haven't really put it on my charts. I haven't really done it, but it can be done. It's not hard. So yeah. So if you want to email me, it's afeistybutterfly@gmail.com. And if you want to talk to me a little bit about it, or we can set up something, then that's great. Let me know. But yeah, totally. Yeah, it's very, very doable. So yeah. And if you're getting crazy chaos dreams, just be aware that that would be happening for a lot of us right now. The universe is trying to wake us up, get our attention, and it feels like all the monsters are let out of the closet at once. So that's what I've got. It was Lily, not Betsy. Gotcha. Do I know which ones are tapping? I work with 4 guides here, and the guide that was giving me the tapping was Lucy, and Lucy is very, to me, she's very Lemurian energy, galactic type of energy. I don't know if you have a guide that would resemble that, but she's very, very much that kind of energy. And the guides that come in, she's very much the air element, the air guide, that kind of energy. So if you have guides that come in a little bit more like that, that's the one. So yeah. So believe, if you're asking about the dream interpretation, yeah, I can do that. It's not a hard thing to do, and we can set up a Zoom or whatever, but email me and we'll see what's going on. So yeah. All right, I'm gonna get a little bit more water. The cords are like blah. So okay. And you can kind of see back there, I have a dark curtain back there so that the light doesn't come through too strong, but it fell, and I tried to set it up, but I'm such a shorty, and my arms are trying to push up the tension rod to hold up that darker curtain so you can see everything behind. It's like, I need 2 people to do that. And it fell after Phil left, and I'm like, darn it. It's afeistybutterfly@gmail.com. I'll show it to you here, but this has been kind of backwards all day. So it looks like it's going backwards. The mirroring, I don't think that the mirroring is working correctly, and I don't know why. I don't know why it's not doing that, but I don't know if that even did anything. It's acting like that's not doing anything. So, but it's afeistybutterfly@gmail.com, and the E comes before the I. So yeah. Thank you for having me on this one. Thank you, Crystal. All right. Well, is there anything else? Should we do a collective before I go today? I know. I don't know. I'm going to turn off my phone when we're done. Like I've stepped out and back in, but maybe I need to turn off my phone and see if it wants to reset and blah, blah, blah. So hopefully I'll figure it out later. I don't know. It hasn't been that problematic in the past, but today, for whatever reason, it is. Okay. Okay, we're going to go into the collective now. We'll do a collective and then we'll close the show. So let's see what's going on. We're going into the Witch's Garden, I think is what this one's called. And it is beautiful. It looks like my crown is expanding. Well, good. That's not a bad thing for any of us. All right. Okay, I'm getting a sensation of an arrangement of stars, and I'm going to show you how I've laid the cards. So let me flip this down. These are coming through as like star crossings, pivotal points, star crossings. I don't know why they're coming in this way, but this is how they're coming in. Like in the center of the read, you usually have the significator card and then the crossing card, right? This is how they're coming in. What we're seeing here, High Priestess, of course, and the Emperor. How do we take the power and control and set up rules and structure for our own realm in a way that is intuitive, that is for our higher good, but also for the good of the realm? This is something that I would say, honor your true north, honor your true north. Ask the deeper questions for your High Priestess. Get out your pen, get out your paper, get out your journals, and really, really check what's going on. Check what's going on. You're saying, in honor of Chad, message from the guides before I end. We'll see what they've got. We've got the collective here. We'll ask each of them to chime in and see if they've got anything else at the end. But this is really, we know what our true north is. Trust our ability to move forward is huge. Set up what works for us. Trust our power of creation. Trust our power of rebellion and defense. So in one of my decks, it shows the Emperor like a lion, and there's all these lambs around. And you cannot assign yourself this lamb energy if you're meant to be lion. If you're meant to rebel and step up and step out and do it differently, you're just meant to do it differently, so you have to do it differently. There's nothing wrong with knowing that and setting up things on your own terms. You're not meant to follow like a sheep. You are meant to lead. So step into your power. All right, next up, the Empress and the Tower. We just got the knowledge and the bolt of lightning coming through, and the Empress is receptive and ready. She doesn't care if this tower falls. She knows how to build as much as she needs to build. She knows how to create and create again and again and again and again. There needs to be more balance in the divine feminine and in the divine masculine coming through. There needs to be a greater sense of balance going forward, and the divine feminine is here and has arrived, and tap into it. But use the divine masculine, not the toxic masculine, the divine masculine, because when these two partner, then they build kingdom, then they build realm, then they honor what comes forward in a huge, huge way. That's the second one. Now let's see what's going on for the third one. Way over here. The third one comes in here. The Queen of Cups. This is the most psychic of the queens. She reflects on the past, and then she moves forward and dreams her dreams again. She doesn't get all attached to the emotion, although she is the most compassionate and most emotional of the queens. She also needs to be more tender and compassionate toward herself, and she knows this, and she needs to reset that dream. And the Eight of Pentacles. It will be work, but there's nothing wrong with that. She knows how to do it. This will come second nature. This is very much telling us the energy of being in flow needs to be in our souls to such a degree that nothing that is external is going to disrupt our course. Nothing that external is going to create fear and panic and frenzy, regardless of everything going on with the craziness of the world, the craziness of the TikTok situation, the craziness of everything. What is already wired and blessed and given to us before we even incarnate here is our ability to create and manifest and bring forward and call forward and summon when we wish to do so. We are being asked to activate those things, those knowings, and those giftings now. Let's see what the guides have to say. We're starting with Nell. Nell, very water sprite energy. She's splashing and she's very giggly. There's something she wants to go. She usually shows up around like an age of what we would consider Earth age 10, around there. She's showing me younger still, like 5 or 6. And she's drawing, and we would see it as drawing alphabet or alphabet pictures, kindergarten, first grade age, where we're learning to speak new language again, where we're learning to draw, to play, to have fun again. She's splashing and kicking and just chitty-chatting to herself, happily talking to herself, happily just amusing herself and doing what needs done here. Just chitty-chat, chitty-chat. Very, very happy. And getting the giggles just for fun. I don't know if you guys have seen a couple of times on TikTok, I've seen this, I don't know what the channel is, I wish I knew, but there's like this toddler that's like a baby, and she is giving him a what for. She's just like blah, 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 and telling somebody something very, very clearly and articulately in like baby babble speak. And it's just absolutely, absolutely gorgeous. And Nell is very much, she's got the baby babble going, but she is definitely drawing and creating her own. Create your own, create your own. Don't doubt that you can create your own. Create your own. Splash, splash, giggle, splash, play, play, play. Create your own, create your own. Don't doubt that you can create your own. Splash, splash, giggle, giggle. Play, play, play. The song comes through, the song comes through. Play, play, play. We forget to play. We get, no more, no more, no more. No. Play, play, play. Play, play, play. Create the splash, create the splash. Giggle, giggle, giggle. You laugh so hard. You laugh so hard. Your face hurts. Your belly hurts. You kick the water. Splash yourself in the face with the water. Play, play, play. Play. Yes, this is what Nell has to encourage us with. Play, play, play. Remember again how to play. Remember again how to play. Yeah, she's going and doing her own thing now. Okay. We'll ask Mo, what does Mo have? Mo is very interesting. She's written on the Post-it note the word play with a question mark, and she's got this really like, did you remember how? Do you even know? Play, question. Like, do you dare let yourself do this? What else you got? She's giving the play and the question mark. What's on the other Post-it note? She's got play, question mark, work, smile. The work has to be something that is enjoyable. Play, and it's like, question mark, like, yeah. It's like The Rock when he raises that eyebrow. Didn't think I'd reference him, but yeah, Mo is giving me the nod. That's play, but also the work has to be play. This is encouraging us, yes, the third Post-it note, passion, passion, passion. Whatever we do as light workers, we think, well, we're bringing light, but we need to bring passion to it. This is what energizes us. It's what energizes things moving forward. Tess says Nell was calling you out. Yeah, she tends to do that. She does. So we've got, think of a Post-it note, play, question mark, work, smiley face, and then passion. If you put those three on the yellow Post-it notes, stick-it notes, around the house, you'll understand. It's enough of a guide. That will be it. Mo's giving me the nod. Okay, we go to Gogs. What do you got, Gogs? Wow, he's a little surly. You know, earlier we were seeing him, and he was doing the stacking the wood, chopping the wood, tending the fire, and then he went off to his bar ale house. He went to the ale house, and it's like, sometimes we have a hangover from getting stressed out, and sometimes we need the time at the bar. He's showing me the resting at the bar needs to happen. Don't be disturbed too fast. So for some of us, we have pushed so hard that we just need, like, we need a beer and a rest and a sleep. And not crazy, but a beer and a rest and a sleep. And then get up and go back to it. Take it on. He's more somber. The work is there, young man. If you want the work, young man, you want the work. You're going to do the work anyway. You're going to work. It might as well be something that you put your mind to, your effort to. You're going to do the work. There will always be room for work. There will always be work to be done. But there needs to be rest, and then you get back to it. He's talking about intention. He's talking about having the intention to do things and being clear about our intention. Yeah, you venture back home. You know where you value a certain thing. You know what is priority. You know what is important to you. So when you value it, you go back and you chop the wood. You build the fires. You go see Mrs. Goggs in the cabin. That's just how it goes. Yeah, he's not so reluctant now. He comes back. Yeah, he comes back to the home space that I see him at is in the foreground again. So that's what he's got. Now let's see what we've got. Lucy, anything else? Yeah, Lucy's got a lot. Lucy always comes in, and today she's shown up in such an interesting way. She's shown up, usually she shows up and she's kind of shimmery lavender, and today she showed up and she was shimmery more like a pale blue in her skin tone. It's very, very interesting in her whole aura, all of that. She shows up in a more pale blue. Yeah, she's showing me the beauty is around you. The I Walk in Beauty song, there's beauty above, beauty below, beauty before, and beauty behind. There's beauty all around whatever we've created. Yeah? Okay. This is not the time for you to be afraid. This is not the time for you to be fearful. The blue is the way you express, it's the way of the river, it's the way of the ocean, it's the way of the stars, it's the way of the sky that reflects. The blue is all around you. You're not just forgotten on this lone little place, this blue little marble round globe. This blue, it is part of the all, it is part of the one. You allow the blue to move through you, the angelic pale blue, the soft, soft expression of the soul. Allow it to move through, flow through. Allow these words to come forward. Allow these truths to come forward. See what is beautiful around you. See what is beautiful everywhere. The forget-me-nots of the fields, the forget-me-nots. They're echoes and reminders. When you see the beauty around, there's, yes, yes. Angie would even say a gratitude, a grateful around for the beauty around in the small and little tiny things. This is the beautiful of the forget-me-nots. Come up higher, the air is thinner. Come up higher, come up higher. The mystery wants to be whispered through. Come up higher, come up higher. When the air feels thin and it's tricky to breathe, you're in the space of a higher elevation. You're in the space of a higher seeing, allowing the message through, allowing yourself to see, sometimes perhaps even, yes, the future. Sometimes perhaps even see the beauty of the broader scope, broader scope all around, the connection. See the divine connection. So many silver cords of light attached and tethered, so many pillars of light. Each one of you represents the force and the pillar of the light coming forward, coming strongly forward. Honor the flow of the blue. Honor the silver cord. Honor the pillar of the white light. Allow yourself to be among your cosmic ancestors. Allow yourself to see the perspective from more vast than this day, this time, this moment. Allow yourself to see who you were in the time before. Allow yourself to understand the time yet to come you are strongly prepared for and supported for right now. There are many around. Yes, yes, the lavender comes in the breeze and the wind. The scents will come on the breeze and the wind for you. Honor, honor. You will feel your senses are all dialed in, highly, highly tuned, dialed, heightened, aware. You'll see the auras around. You'll see more of these colors. You'll see the vibrancy of pastels. You'll see flashes to the side. Honor the senses. You'll see it in the stars. Honor the time when you go out in the night sky. Honor the moon. Then do the work in the day. And let yourself flow. Let yourself express. Come forward, stand strong. There is beauty around, before and behind, below and above. Beauty all around, because you are essentially love, beauty incarnate. Yeah, that's it. That's what she wants us to know. She does not want us in a space of fear or freaked out or anything. She wants us honoring our soul. She wants us honoring our the truth of who we are. We get born and we forget how beautiful we are or how excited we were to be here. And she wants to remind us of this. So that's what she has for us. I think that's probably it for today. I think so. Hi. So yeah. And those are the guides. They're always with me when I'm doing tarot. They're always here. And your guides and your spirit team is always there. So don't be worried if it takes you a little bit to tune into them. Ask them, invite them, look for signs. They are really excited to help share what they can with you to help move forward during this time. And they're excited to see what's unfolding. Even though we're freaking out, they are excited for what is to come. This is a big, big year. A big year in the galaxy. Big year. That's what I've got. Yeah, I'm seeing thank you for Lucy, Nell, Mo, and Gogs. Yeah, yeah, take what resonates from this and use it to go forward however you can. And I will probably be here Friday at 11, and we'll see what's going on then. I don't know if there's anything else that is going forward, but that's what I've got. So if we've got anything else, let me know. But I think the list is clear. I think that it's closed, and I think we'll see you at 11 Friday here. If TikTok is here, I will be here. And otherwise, we'll shift over, and I'll start doing more of the 12 or noon 30 on YouTube's at some point here. It would probably be next week that I start doing that a little bit on different days and staggering it and seeing how it's going. So have a great day out there. Big love to you all. Hang in there, guys. It's a little bit of a bumpy ride, but we'll get through it. We really, really will. All right. Mwah. Bye, guys. See you later.